find where Apix is keeping the weapons.
Where's Apix keeping those weapons again? Right this way, man. I'm really looking for a big guard working tomorrow. I'll make sure I have a couple kids back home. They're gonna love it. Hold it right there. Drop the phaser.
Excellent show, boys. Excellent. Bring him this way. Welcome to the torture room, Captain. So glad you could join us. I would have thought you'd be bringing all of your friends with you. No matter. Are you comfortable? Go to hell.
Oh, wow. There it is. There it is, everybody. Unbelievable. No, you did not just say that to him. How dare you? I will beat the living.
Carla, not so fast. I'd like to have a word with the captain before his jaw ceases to function. But before we begin any of the negotiations, how would a drink to loosen you up a little bit, Drake? Yes, I have this great new bell system on my ship. You should try it. If I ring this silver bell here, I shall be served by one of my butlers. However, if I ring this black bell... Whoops! Didn't mean to do that. You can go back outside, boys. It's not quite time for torture yet. Ah, there we are. Thank you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey here has unfortunately had a few run-ins with the black belt before, haven't you, Jeffrey? Run now! Where were we? As you no doubt heard in my message, you have stolen, lost, and now recovered weapons that ought to be in my possession. And I want them back. Now, there are multiple ways I see this discussion ending. Unfortunately, all of them involve pain, but there is a way that we may be able to significantly reduce the amount of pain.
How might we do that?
One way or another, I'm going to get my weapons back, Captain. But as you know, I am a space pirate and a criminal, and you are the captain of a magnificent and powerful vessel. The best ship in the Star Patrol fleet, if I'm not mistaken.
If you've got a point, make it.
I want my weapons, and I want your ship. So, let's make a deal, Drake.
You want the derivative? What do you take me for, some kind of price negotiator?
I don't really take you much of a captain either, so I'll spare the lives of you and your crew because I'm feeling particularly generous today. But in exchange, you'll have to give me my weapons and the keys to the derivative. We'll ship you all off in a shuttle to a planet of your choosing. It'll be like none of this ever happened. It's your choice, but either way, I'd say your time as a captain of Star Patrol is running out.
Right. And I suppose that next you're going to tell me 40 years from now I'll have nothing interesting in my life left but then to make a fool out of myself on a regular basis. Sell airline tickets.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but before the airline ticket thing goes south, you could always do commercials for law firms, yes? And those celebrity roasts as well, right? It's true. But I would think long and hard about your decision, Captain, whatever it may be, because I couldn't just kill you and your crew now, and then no one would have the weapons! This is your chance to make a good decision for once, and save your friends' lives in the process. Who knows? Maybe after that, they'll actually respect you.
Hang on a second. You'd blow up the two weapons that we already have. Why go to all this trouble to get all three in the first place?
Well, because you have to fire them at the same time to do any damage. Shit! Nothing, I didn't say anything, just forget that, just ignore that. The time is running out, Drake. A quick torture session. You know, have a little bit of time in your cell to think over my offer. Why are you so evil? Well, I'll tell you. The best thing about being evil, it's not the money or the women you get. And no, I don't try to be timid evil, but I can never pass up making a threat. You know the best thing about being evil, and it's the reason that I'm having a ball. Because the best thing about being evil is that you never have to be good at all. A man told me once, he said, Apix, you know you're evil, but you're also quite nice. I told him, no sir, you must be mistaken. And then I kicked him through a layer of ice. And in a lake, there are rules to follow. swallow. I'm the bigger fish who's taken a bite. So go ahead, tell me I'm not the badass, and I will push you from the highest of heights. And when you're truly evil, then you'll soon find out that you can never get caught in a bind. 'Cause in a moral dilemma, you just do the wrong thing, and I can guarantee you someone will mind. But you don't, because the best thing about being evil, and I exemplify this finest of all. The best thing about being evil is that you never have to be good at all. You never have to be, never have to be, never have to be good at all. Is that you never have to be good at all.